Black hair is a staple in Black history.
After Africans were forcibly taken to the United States, they would sometimes use their braids to communicate messages to each other.
And in the 1960s, wearing our hair in its natural state became a nonviolent act of resistance.
It was a way of saying, I am embracing who I am. I am American, but I also am of African descent. This is what is natural for me.
But our tight curls and coils weren't accepted as beautiful or professional.
In the 1980s, there was a pushback to say, okay, this rebellion has lasted long enough. Now let's get back to the conservative sameness where your hair needs to be tamed. It needs to be straight.
And the stigma behind afros and braids in the workplace remains, despite states across the U.S. passing legislation. New York passed a human rights law to stop employers from discriminating against employees from wearing their natural hair or ethnic hairstyles. But Black women and men still carry the burden of changing their hair texture and styles to more of what the world may see as the standards of acceptable hair.
Sometimes in our community, when we get to a certain level and we, girls will, do sew-ins and do more European looks, but it's because they're trying to be more accepted by their workplace.
Master hairstylist Darrell Michael is dedicated to celebrating and educating clients about proper hair care and hair loss.
Building connections and building a bond with my clients is really something that I do.
According to Johns Hopkins Medicine, almost half of Black women and men experience some form of hair loss. This is because of the harsh hairstyling practices at home and in the chair.
Make sure your stylist is mindful of the tension that happens in the front especially, because that is where the hair is the most fragile and that's where it breaks off the worst.
Hair loss has been in the Black community for decades. In the 1900s, the first Black millionaire, Madam C.J. Walker's hair loss prompted her to seek a cure.
So there is, products that are geared for us, by us.
Taryn Davila suffered from extreme hair loss before meeting Daryl.
It got to the point where I was scared. Something that I'd never paid much attention to. I sort of took it for granted. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm losing my hair. It was just getting shorter and shorter to the point where even at the crown, I had a bald spot. It was devastating to my self-esteem and my confidence, and in a way, I was ashamed.
Darrell says we need more tools that retain length and our natural state of hair.
I definitely feel like hair care is definitely important. It's definitely important to find a stylist that cares about your hair care.
And Taryn agrees.
He has done wonders, and it's done wonders for my self-esteem as well.
Black hair is expressive.
Versatile.
It's beautiful.
It's elegant.
And professional.
Happy Black History Month. Reporting for News Channel 13, I'm Tiffany Payton.